the only radio station on campus here. And then we are saying that we are the number one on air. I am Phyllis Barney Hayford, and today is another time I'm going to meet with the Ncce for a discussion. So, a very good morning to our cherished viewers and listeners. Today we are diving into another important topic that we are coming to discuss: the interstate succession law, also known as the PNDC law. We are going to learn what this law is about, what we should know when somebody dies without a will or something of that sort. And then, so we are encouraging our viewers and cherished listeners to be glued to our radio or their radio to have a listen to this very important topic. So we encourage many families to be on guard as we start this important conversation. Well, we all know that many families have been torn apart simply because somebody died without doing a will, and so confusion, ignorance, or dispute are being happening over properties. So today we want to break it all down. What does the law say? Who gets what? And what are still the important things that we should know? So join us. You can bring in your questions, your suggestions, and you can call in 0503923158 or WhatsApp, and then you can text us on this same number so that we can get interactive and learn more. On that note, I have with me here professionals and personnel from the Ncce office who are coming to help me to have this conversation for you to listen and then you learn as well. So on my far right, I have with me Mr. Butson Senna, and then I have David Kofi Annan here with me, and then we are going to we are even started the conversation. So, gentlemen, you are welcome to Radio Winnipeg Studios.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Kofi Annan, how have your day been?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a tough weekend. The news we are hearing is also devastating, but God is in control in everything He brings up, and we know the best is yet to come.
Okay, the best is yet to come, says Doc. Mr. Kofi Annan, Mr. Bosman Senna.
Yeah.
How are you, and how has your week or day been so far?
Okay, thank you very much. Once we are alive, we thank God.
Okay.
Just that we are all sad by the news yesterday.
Yeah.
In fact, some of us were not able to sleep. But then God knows best. So once there's life, there's hope.
Okay. Yeah. On that note, we say condolences to the families, condolences to the Parliament House, like condolences to everybody, because it's a nationwide tragedy.
Yes,
true.
It could happen to anybody.
It could happen to you.
Yes.
I think somebody made a comment that today you are a huge person, that anybody is hailing you, but tomorrow you are being carried in a cocoa sack, as we saw
sad
on social media, how they were being carried out of that particular forest, and that is disheartening.
Very disheartening.
So I asked myself, this life that we are, what at all are we looking out that today you are here, tomorrow you are somewhere. Well, okay, but somebody would say that life must still continue. So we have to continue with our topic today. Okay, so starting with you, I want to ask Mr. Bossan Senna that what is interstate succession law?
Okay, so thank you very much, and good morning to our cherished listeners and then viewers as well. The interstate succession law, first of all, before it came, when someone doesn't make a will and that person passes on, the surviving spouse and the children are thrown out of the house, yes, the matrimonial house. So to curtail all of this on human treatment, and then in 1985, that's 14th June, then this law was passed to help in fair distribution of properties of the deceased. So it's a law that sees that properties of the deceased is distributed fairly.
Okay.
So that nobody is disadvantaged, especially the surviving spouse and then the children.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking about property now. Then let me ask you, what is a property?
Okay, thank you very much. Now, property is, according to the law, we are even talking about self-acquired properties.
Okay.
So let's talk about maybe what you've been able to acquire yourself, maybe your television, cars, and what have you. So meaning that self-acquired properties, so things that you've bought with your own money, and that maybe is very valuable to you.
Okay. So what is the law speaking about property? Like we say, what property does law 111 PNDC law 111 apply?
Okay. So thank you very much. We are talking about self-acquired properties. So according to the law, if a person doesn't, if somebody dies in estates, meaning that the person has not made a will, so the law will be used in the distribution of the properties. So in the properties, we look at household charters. With the household charters, we are talking about things that can be found within the home of the person or the house. So like the television set, the fridge, jewelries, clothing, and what have you, including a private car.
Okay.
Then after that, then we'll look at maybe if the person has built a house. That house is also included in the household charters. So then we look at the remaining of the properties of the deceased, and which is also in other ways known as residue of estates. So it could be a farmland, commercial vehicles, plots of land, among others. Yeah.
Okay. On that note, let me go to Mr. Kofi Annan.
Yes, please.
Mr. Bosman has said a lot about property, a lot about this particular PNDC law coming in 1845 and then what have you. But I want to ask you, because we are dealing with property and he made mention of we sharing the property of a deceased one to the family members, particularly the wife and the children.
Yes.
Okay, so what happens if the deceased don't have children of the spouse? What then happens to the property?
So with the interstate succession law, it makes it known that a person who dies, whether, let's say the spouse, whether it's been the father, the male or the female, a person who dies, properties, first it's in order. First goes to the whether it's the husband who dies, it goes to the mother and the children, then it transcends to the family members.
Okay.
So if the person who dies has no children, probably we have people who don't have children, but they adopt people or they adopt as their children. So anyone, whoever he or she adopts as a child, would also get the share of its property. But in order, when the person has no family or no child, then it's in order from the spouse and the child, then it goes to the immediate family. That's the parents and other relatives. So if the person doesn't have a child, it goes to the husband. Whether the husband dies, it goes to the woman or the wife. When the wife dies, it goes to the husband. Then the immediate family. Yes, that's the parents and the other relatives that makes the family.
Okay, so with this, what you have said now, can you walk us through how property is distributed under the law when someone dies without a will?
Okay, how the property shares? The interstate succession law is the act under the court.
Okay.
So the court dictates how it shares, which I'll make reference. But if director can also
Okay.
share it.
Okay. So we are talking about, as he said, spouse, children, family.
Yeah.
So those are the people who benefit.
Okay.
So in the absence of maybe the child, then majority goes to the surviving spouse. Then also the
the family.
the family.
Right.
So according to the law, that's the residue of estates, the remaining of the properties. So if it's survived by the spouse and children, 18.75. That's when we divide it 16.
By 16.
3 goes to the surviving spouse, 9 goes to the children, and then also that's 1 goes to the parents of the deceased, and then 1 also go to the extended family. So when we have, in the instance that we have only the spouse will receive 50%, the parents will receive 25%, and 25% also goes to the extended family.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the case we have only children, the children will entitled to 75%. Then the parents of the deceased 12.5%. Then another 12.5% goes to the extended family.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the instance that maybe only the parents are to inherit the properties, they will take 75%. Then the rest of the 25 goes to the extended family.
Okay.
So
okay.
These are the distribution of properties as far as the PNDC law is concerned.
Okay. Okay.
And if we don't have any of this category of people, it goes to the states.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go to some of the important of interstate succession law.
Okay, so the main reason for the interstate succession law is to share people who die or someone who dies without a will. The act stands in to distribute the property. So the first one I would bring is the act offers a structured approach to distribute assets, reducing confusion and disputes among family members. So in some cases, when a person dies without a will, you get to know there's this kind of dispute, conflicts and all that. So the interstate succession law stands in to share the property evenly to curb conflicts and disputes from family and the immediate
family.
So from the children and also the other family members. So also it ensures that the surviving spouse receives a fair share of the estate, providing financial security. So the interstate succession law also was made to help the spouse to get a fair share. Most often, you get to know, so when someone dies without a will, the family members try to abuse the spouse. Say there was an issue that a man died without a will, and the family members are trying to drive the woman out of the house. So this law or this act stands in for the woman
Okay.
to get his or a fair share in whatever property is there for her to get. So also the act includes provision for distribution and assets to minor children, ensuring their well-being. So the act was made to help minor children in the disease.
Okay.
So in a case that someone dies without a will, then people or the family are mistreating or abusing the kid or the minor child in the disease from the disease, the interstate succession law stands to help the kid or the minor child get his or a fair share. And also it specifies the order in which relatives inherit, starting from the spouse and the children to the immediate family, as we first said.
Okay.
It starts from it's in order. The spouse can be the woman or the man,
Okay.
and the family and the child.
Children.
Then it goes to the family, that's the parents and other relatives. Also, it provides a guidelines. The acts can help minimize conflicts among families members over the distribution, or as we gave how the assets will be shared, the percentage and all that. This interstate succession law stands in as a guideline to share the assets evenly. In a case someone dies without a will, this law or this act stands in to share the estates or share the assets evenly. So also the act helps clear conflicts, as we first spoke about.
Yes.
If it stands in to clear conflicts, and also the law, as in the court of law, in times of someone dies without a will, the court of law stands in and use the act, that's the interstate succession law act, to distribute the assets for everyone. So when you go to the courts, when they want to share the assets, they make sure they refer to the act. So as in we mentioned the percentages and all that from the child, from the spouse, the child, and the family. The act stands in as a guideline for the court to distribute the assets. And also in times of someone dies without a will, we get to know that in most often the asset goes to the state.
Okay.
But this act was made or came into being to help the assets go to the family. So this the interstate succession law also helps, or it serves as a legal foundation for the courts to make or to share the assets. So these are some also some importance of the instances, and also not forgetting with the interstate succession law, it doesn't share only a particular property. It shares every property the disease have, whether from the real estate or the personal belongings, even with the dresses the disease has or have, whether it's been a shirt, a shoe, boxes, whatever it is. The interstate succession law makes it clear or stands in for every belongings, every asset to be shared evenly to the children or the spouse and the relatives or family members.
I want to ask, is there any instance that maybe the husband is dead but is not married to the woman, but they have children? Is the wife who is not married going to get property if, assuming there's no will?
Okay, thank you very much. According to the PNDC law, the woman, as in the wife, should be legally
Married.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if you are not legally married, it wouldn't take care of you. You can only take care of the children.
The children.
So,
Okay.
Women should make sure that they are legally married.
Stop cohabitation and
Yes,
get married.
Yes, get married. Else you will not get anything.
Okay. Okay. So, having talked about the property and the PNDC law, now let's go to this part where we talk about letters of administration. So, what then is a letter of administration?
Okay, so thank you very much. A letter of administration is a document you obtain from the courts that give you the legal backing to maybe distribute the estates of the deceased. So you can't just go that, oh, I'm a Busiapini, so I'm sharing the property. No, you need a letter of administration from the courts.
Okay.
So even before you obtain the letter of administration, we have a category of people that can do that. The surviving spouse or the children or anybody that the family has nominated to undertake that.
Okay. Okay. This particular letters of administration, we have laws that are guiding it.
Yes.
What are these laws?
Okay. With the letter of administration, we are looking at two laws. One has to do with the probate, and then the other one too has to do with the letter of administration. So the Administration of Estates Act 1963, Act 63, and then the Probate and Administration Rules 1991. So if assuming the person has a will, then the probate is the one that the person will go for. Meaning the lawyer will go for the probate to be able to administer or share the whatever will that the person have done. So if the person doesn't have a will, that's where you take that of the letter of administration. So those two are the laws that is applicable as far as distribution of the asset is concerned. So it's catered for the surviving spouse, the children, the parents of the deceased, and also customary law. You know, customary law in some ethnic groups, they have some customs that maybe you can't share maybe assets without leaving some for the family or the extended family. Those laws are also recognized by the Constitution. And also it's important to note that as soon as a person dies, within 3 months, you should go to the what we call the High Courts and then make a search. If you after the outcome of the search will tell you whether the person has made a will or not. So if the person has made a will, that one the lawyer will take it up. If the person has not made a will, that's where you have to go in for the letter of administration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of the consequences for dealing with an interstate person's property before applying for letters of administration?
Okay, thank you very much. You know, when a person dies, like I said earlier on, you can't just go and start distributing the assets. So according to the law, you cannot touch the assets until you obtain the LA, that's letter of administration. So if a person flouts this directive, he or she may be fined or be sentenced for imprisonment at least a year, or the two of them will be given to the person. So let me also add that in case the person, the surviving spouse and the children are living in a matrimonial home, maybe could be a family house, you cannot eject them after 6 months. After 6 months. Then the same also maybe in a government bungalow, 3 months. At least you give the person, the surviving spouse and the children 3 months, or even the rented premises, you give them 3 months before you can eject them. Yeah.
And also, if the deceased person owns one house, it is given to the the spouse and the children.
Okay.
But if there are multiple houses, the spouse and the children will choose one from the multiple one before the
rest, they share the rest.
Yes, to the family members.
Okay, so you let me ask you this question: what are some of the documents that are expected to be brought for you to have a letter of administration?
Okay, with the documents, I think it will.
Death certificates.
Yeah.
And address of the deceased.
Okay.
And then also maybe the one applying for it, how you are related to the person.
Okay.
So all those things are.
So anybody in the family can come to the office and ask for a letter of administration.
No.
Or we have
As I said the surviving spouse.
The surviving spouse.
And then the children.
The children.
Only
them.
Yeah, only them. Or maybe they may nominate a family member to do that on their behalf.
Okay. So how then does it take for your letter of administration to be given to you?
I think if you have everything in place, you should have it before even the 3 months expires. So you shouldn't. I'm sure within that day, if everything is set, you may get it. Or within a week, you should be able to get your letter of administration. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So that means for the letter of administration is very, very
important.
Very, very important. And then we have to bear in mind that you have to make a will because nobody knows tomorrow.
It's very, very important. You have to make a will. You know, it's very interesting. I went to engage some people, and there was this. One person asked that, is it true that when you make a will, maybe the man dies early? It's like we heard that as soon as a man makes a will, it doesn't take long for the person to die. It's very interesting. But making a will is very, very important. You know, and a will could be amended any time. As soon as you make a will, it doesn't mean that you can't change it. You can change it. You can change a will a number of times.
Okay.
A number of times you can change a will.
Okay.
So with what you asked, you're saying only legal married spouse and biological or legal adopted children are recognized.
Okay.
So with girlfriends, concubines, unregistered
the boss
partners,
chick and the side chick.
They can all collect that for maybe if you have a child with them. As for the children, whether
for the children they will get, but you are married. No.
You not get.
Okay, so this morning we have from our conversation that we have come to know interstate succession law and then letters of administration. So how do they both relate with each other?
You know, interstate succession law, it makes room for the letter of administration. So I may say it's the tool that you use to able to get whatever you are due for, whatever you are entitled for. It's the document that you must present to the court to give you go ahead and maybe distribute what do you call it, an asset of a deceased person. So as I said, with that of the will, they call it probate. So the will, the lawyer will take it up and maybe distribute the assets. So under the PNDC law, you must obtain a letter of administration before you can touch any property of the deceased.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Kofi Annan, would you love to add something?
And also concerning the will, I think when director spoke about the will, they were saying it's very important for someone who has property, or even if you don't have property, you have, say you have. You've bought one house, you have this car, it's important to do a will. Let us not feel like when we do a will or we go to the courts and make a will, it's the end of us. Because there are some few important stuff about the will that without a will, when you pass out, there's a lot of confusion. between the family and the children or the spouse.
Okay.
So to prevent all this, I think the will is very important, and also it makes distribution of assets so simple. Because you've done the will, you know,
Okay.
say you said your child will take this, you get it. So it makes distribution of assets very simple. So I think NCC we are advocating that making a will is very important. Yeah. So.
Okay, so making a will is very, very important.
Yeah.
As Mr.
Prevent-
Senna said, that somebody don't want to die
Oh,
early,
true,
so they
it's
will
true.
even do it.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
But to prevent conflict and from
dispute here and there.
Yeah, you know, our elders say, we will know. Now, people are fighting over assets and all that. But when the will is done, and there's you have peace. Yeah. So we are advocating that the best thing is will is very important. Because I've had people, or I know people even who, when I talk about will to them, I'm often say, nah, here.
Yeah, afraid to die.
And they are elderly people too. I just don't want to mention it, but you know, we still talk to them. And I know in due time.
Okay. Now let's go to our communities and our societies.
Yeah.
Are people ignorant of these two, be it letter of administration or interstate succession? Are there people who are ignorant of this?
Yeah, I would say so. Because by the engagement we've had, you know, we've gone to churches and engaged some people. They said it's a good job that we are doing. But we should go to the the villages and others.
Yeah.
So I will say that what they are saying, most people are ignorant of this law. So that you know, in the rural areas, you know, for them, probably they may not know. So I'm sure most people are ignorant of this law. So that's why sometimes they take the law into their own hands and do whatever they want.
Okay. And more so to people, that's why we are saying when you want to do a will, you go to the court. You know, people don't know this, and some people to the feel say, court na me kono, I can't write, I can't do this. Who will help me? But when you go to the courts, they can help you fill or do whatever, guide you in the way you want to do. So that's why we are saying, when you want to, you have to do the will, you have to go to the court, and the process will be laid out to you, then you follow suit. Yes.
And let me also add this. You know, we are talking about self-acquired properties. We've had some. I went to a church in Asafo, and then some of the question thrown at me was, most people, they mistakenly build on family lands.
True.
So they think that maybe when one day if they are not there, the children can inherit that property. Fine, they may inherit the house, but not the land. So it's not advisable
for you to build on
to
family
build
land.
On a family land. So in order to avoid all this, buy your own plot of land and build your own house. That one is better.
Okay, yeah, that one is better. So right now we have come to the known about interstate succession law, PNDC 111, and then we know about the letters of administration. We have learned a lot about it. So when, and then let me say when, do somebody goes to the court and then ask for this? Because I know you probably said you should go to court and do it. So is it that, okay, me, I'm using myself as an example as I'm sitting here, okay, I'll buy one phone. Should I go to the court and do a will? If I get another property, then I go there and do another will, or is that how it's going to work?
No. I think you wait and acquire some number of things. Maybe your television, okay, within your room, those things with television and those things, fine. They are yours. You can't wait. Maybe if you're able to buy a private car,
Okay.
or maybe a plot of land, and you start building and those things. So I think maybe when you become independent, and you start acquiring properties, that maybe you start listing them one by one. So it's just that so and so, I have these properties, you list them, someone will witness for you, get a lawyer to guide you, no, right, do it like this, do it like that. Then you do your way. It's not like maybe you buy a phone, then you say, well, I'm going to make it. That one.
And also
the lawyer
that,
will not even mind you.
and also when you do a will, the will is born to change anytime you want. So let me say you get to the court and you do your will, or you fill your will, and you go outside and you feel like, hey, I had to do something, I had to add something, I didn't add it. When you get inside, you can do that changes too. So it's born, when you do the will, it's born to change whenever, what time you want, or whatever you feel like, okay, I've done this, I have to, I don't want to give it to him or her anymore. You can go back and change it. So the will is born to change, is born to do editing, adjustment, and all that. So it's not rigid,
so you
or
can
static.
change, or you can change it at any time.
Okay. Mr. Senna talked about witness.
Yes.
So let me ask this question: who is a witness then?
Oh, a witness could be someone that maybe you trust so much. Could be a close relative, or it could be a friend. I remember my uncle. He was a lawyer, so some of the will he bring it, and also witness.
Okay.
Meaning that like.
Should there be anything?
Should there be anything? Yes, I'm attesting my signature that indeed this person has made so and so will. So it's like someone who can testify that indeed this is a will. Maybe when the person was preparing this will, he was not coerced anything. The person willingly prepared, because people can forge wills. So a witness is someone that have seen you documenting whatever that you have, so that in case that person is no more, the person can stand as a witness that he or she has prepared a will.
Okay.
Because we have instances that they bring a will, and some family members are able to reject it. No, it's not true. It can never be. So why is it that there's nobody has witnessed this? But if they have someone that may append his or her signature that has witnessed it, that one, they will agree whatever is written in the will. Yeah.
Should the witness be only one?
Oh no, it could have multiple ones. The one that I even signed, I think we were 3 also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So our learners and our viewers are really learning about the PNDC law 111 and the letters of administration. Is there anything that you would love to add to all that we have said?
Yeah, the law is not static, and the PNDC law, there have been some small changes to it. For example, what do you call it? You can't eject a spouse until the asset is being distributed. Maybe from the matrimonial house, you can't eject a person, as I stated earlier on. If it's a family house, 6 months. If it's a rented apartment, 3 months. If it's a government bungalow, 3 months. Then we come to the Children's Act. It also has something there that if the money in the deceased account, if it's less than 10 million, it goes to the spouse and the children. And in case
10 million old Ghana cedis.
Yes, old Ghana cedis.
Okay.
So in case they are minors, then provision should be made to cater for the minors, maybe in terms of paying their school fees, among other things.
Okay.
So that is how it is. The law made provision for this.
Okay. We have instances that men marry 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. So if 3, 4 is classified under spouses, so whatever is due there.
Are they going to share it equally? Because
they will share it equally. That one equally.
Equally.
So, like the polygamy, for example. So we said 3/16. So that 3 with 10 wives, you have to share it.
Okay.
So as for the household charters, and then maybe one house, it goes to the surviving spouse and children only. But maybe if there are extra houses, that one goes to the rest of your estate. So that's where we add the remaining of the properties of the deceased together. Then we share.
Okay.
We share.
Then in instances where we have 2 or 3 wives, and the house is only one.
Yeah, so they can share the house and share the money.
This is going to be a tight.
Yes. So sometimes there are issues, there are disagreements here and there. So when they send you to the court will decide what to do.
Okay.
Maybe they can sell the house and then share the money, or they can rent it and be sharing the money, or whatever the court will say. Will be binding.
Mr. Kofi Annan, your...
So I would add with the will we are talking about. One thing people are really doing is with the will ebusua nche ade. The law makes it clear that when you're chill, or when you are caught, once ebusua penny or any person in the family who tries share assets when someone dies, the law deals with you, and you serve a minimum
or a fine.
A fine, or in jail. So yeah. So I think when someone dies, and the right way should be looked on. If probably the person didn't do well, and your court now will do the right thing. And if the person even has a will, you have to still go to the court, get or see the lawyer, so that the lawyer works with whoever stand in for the will to be done, so the asset is shared evenly. And also, one thing I would talk about the will is also, I think it's important to do it so that the interstate succession law doesn't prevents coming in. Because if the will is done, it will prevent the law coming in. So we are saying to prevent all this, we are saying Ncce, National Commission for Civic, we are advocating that the will should be done regardless of you thinking. Say, people even feel like, okay, my religion or my religious belief doesn't even permit me to do a will. Yeah, so we are saying interstate succession law, that it's important for each and everyone who has or who have a property. And it doesn't, most of the time people think it's only about the men. And you get it. But women also, we have women who have properties who are doing good for themselves and all that. So it shouldn't stand for only men, but in both ways. And all what we've said, if a woman dies too, all what it shares, it goes to the man too. So it's not like only the man's or the male part. It shares, it's both ways.
Okay. Well, time will not permit us to have this interesting competition for hours that we do want to. But under, I think, 30 seconds or 1 minute, your final words, Mr. Boston Senna.
Okay, thank you very much. So all that we are saying is that we should all abide by what the law says. But let's try to have our own will. I believe you have also started your will as well. As well, the will is very important. So you shouldn't think about, getting a lawyer is expensive. You can do a will without a lawyer. And there are some lawyers who can assist you without even getting any or charging you any money. So as much as possible, let us all try to make our own will to avoid.
They can better still come to you.
No problem. So that we avoid all this family fighting here and there. So I believe we all do this, our children and then wives will be safe. The society will be free for all of us.
Mr. Kofi Annan, your
Okay,
thoughts?
so whatever we've shared here is very important. That's
very important.
I think we all should take note of it. And I know in due time would also come and enlighten people on it more. And also, I want to do this. A friend of mine will be celebrating his birthday.
Okay.
That's he's in the person of Darlington Deborah Vegas.
Okay.
So we grew up together.
Oh, wow.
So I want to say happy birthday in advance, even though it's not yet in. Happy birthday in advance, and I think God should bless him for being a good friend and supportive and all that. So happy birthday, bro.
Amen.
In advance, not happy birthday.
Okay. But when the birthday day comes,
it's
the cake. Don't share it and leave us too.
Are you scared?
Oh,
you are part. Don't worry.
So I'm glued.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the cake.
Yeah. You
in
will.
the coming days.
You will.
Oh my God.
You will.
Okay.
So happy birthday in advance to him. All right. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Tan, would you like to say hi to anybody out there?
Oh, yeah, hi to everybody. Hi to Beatrice Manon. She's been missed, so she should try and come over and see all of us. So, to all my hardworking staff, I wish them. Seth Archer, he's not well. That's why he didn't join us today. So I wish him a speedy recovery.
Okay, we wish all of them speedy recovery. And then Mr. Albertus Mantu couldn't make it today.
He's on leave.
Yes,
oh, okay. Then he's probably enjoying or
True,
listening to us well enjoying.
True.
Okay, on that note, we bring the curtains to an end. This has been very, very interactive session, and we have been learning a lot. We learned about interstate succession law, that is the PNDC law 111, and then we learned about letters of administration, what needs to be done for you to acquire a letter of administration, so that in case anybody in the family dies, be it the man or the woman, the property is going to be shared accordingly and respectfully. We had professionals from Ncce, Mr. Bosson Senna and David Kofi Annan, who came to help me do this insightful discussion. I am your host, Phyllis Baini Hayford. Meet at same time next Thursday as we talked about another important topic. If you don't hear from me again, I say good morning and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for doing the listening.